Hi, my name is Konstantin Belsky. I'm the co-founder of the marketing company Red. And right now, I'm going to tell you about an AI assistant that qualifies and revives leads so your brokers can close more deals. Over 3 years in the real estate industry, we've worked with hundreds of clients from 13 countries, generated over 500,000 leads in 5 languages, and trained more than 50 sales departments. We realized just how important it is to work with leads correctly so they turn into deals. It was for these exact tasks that we created Soul AI. We want technology to be a support for your business. We're ready to take on everything that drives your agents crazy, specifically processing cold leads, reviving old clients, and filling out the CRM. We're confident we can do it better and more transparently for you as a manager. Over the course of a year, we tested various solutions, from LLMs like ChatGPT to just plain contractors. But we couldn't find anything that met the high demands of the real estate market. The most frustrating part was that these tests led to lost deals. We were out of options. We started our own development, investing money into leads and technology. It would have been wrong to risk our clients, that is, you, so we ran all our experiments on our own real estate agency, Red Experts in Phuket. We ran into a ton of problems during that time. Awkward responses, poor adaptation to real estate, a huge number of bugs, an inability to initiate contact. Honestly, all of this was severely hurting our conversions and causing us to lose money. Over 6 months, we changed infrastructures, modeled different conversational situations, and finally, we achieved human-like communication. In the final stage, we conducted over 100 tests on sales department heads, brokers, and other players in the real estate market. We didn't give up, and we got a tool that showed strong results across thousands of dialogues and 10,000 rejected contacts from old databases. I'll never forget the first meeting with our brokers after they received qualified leads from the robot. They were thrilled and couldn't understand how a robot could carry on a dialogue and not lose the client. All the traffic we tested was gathered using the classic lead generation model, meaning these weren't warm leads or just acquaintances. For every lead that comes into the CRM, a personalized welcome message is automatically generated, engaging the person in a dialogue. After that, there are 2 main scenarios, built on the experience of processing hundreds of thousands of leads and on insights from real estate market experts. The first is when the person replies and a dialogue begins. The second is when the person completely ignores the message. For the first scenario, we've designed a system of messages that, based on the context of the dialogue, engages the client through each of the 3 messengers. Yes, that's right, through each one, WhatsApp, Telegram, and Viber. For the second scenario, the focus is on varying the timing of messages to the client. This is what yields the best response conversion rate. It's important to note that each message is unique and generated based on various parameters. When Soul doesn't get a response from a client, it doesn't just give up. It knows how to follow up, send messages across different messengers, and nurture the client for up to 6 days. As a result, the conversion rate from total leads to a response is 78.5%. compared to the typical market rate of 55%. We achieve these results because the bot instantly writes a natural-sounding message based on information from the ad creative and the client's answers to qualifying questions. The person who submitted the lead doesn't realize it's a robot and continues the conversation. From there, the conversion from dialogue to a qualified lead is 63.6% compared to the normal market rate of 57%. Because the bot continues the dialogue immediately, the lead doesn't have time to go cold and shares their thoughts on the purchase right away. During our meeting, I'll show you conversations where the bot not only responds, but also re-engages the client in real time if they get distracted. This is incredibly important as one client is often working with 3 or 4 agents at the same time. And whoever responds faster and more professionally wins that competition. Ask yourself an honest question. Could your broker handle leads this way and deliver a similar result? Importantly, labor costs are also reduced, so you don't need a large number of managers or to supervise them. At the same time, the time it takes to get a qualified lead has been reduced by 2.5 times. The cost of a final qualified lead has decreased 3-fold, not just because of the conversion rate, but also due to ad optimization. Top brokers are happy because they aren't working with junk leads and are closing more deals. By the way, I'll go into more detail about the labor cost calculations on this slide during our meeting, and we'll be happy to discuss them then. This brings up a common question. What do we consider a qualified lead? In our tests, we defined a qualified lead by a confirmed property value, purchase timeline, and property type. But for you, we're ready to implement a personalized qualification system based on the parameters you need. We adapt Soul to your specific tasks by creating a separate knowledge base. This includes all the information from the lead form and a unique tone of voice for communicating with the client. It has full knowledge of your company and your priority projects for sale. It also has information about the assigned broker who will receive the lead and links to all necessary materials. In the end, you get the ideal employee that you don't have to supervise. We'll do it all for you. We'll set everything up, test it, integrate it, provide support, and improve the results. What do we need from you? It's simple. First, be ready to earn more. It would also be great if you're willing to implement new technologies. And a few small things. Fill out a brief, which we'll discuss at our meeting, and provide access to your CRM. After that, the setup and testing will take no more than 7 days. Our goal is to deliver results for you. That's why the cost of our services depends only on the number of qualified leads that Soul brings you. We don't charge for setup, dialogues, or tokens. We fully manage the launch and push conversion to its maximum, instead of just providing a platform or building an integration. In the end, you get a maximization of conversion, speed, and quality for the qualified leads you need, a reduced load on your qualification department, and lower costs, as well as daily monitoring and statistics on application processing from our team. And as a result, taking the routine work off your brokers. In fact, that's not the only problem we've encountered, and one you probably face too. I often looked at the rejected leads, and it was painful to see tens of thousands of them just sitting there, unprocessed. So we decided our bot should not only qualify, but also revive the database using audio calls and text communication. We started testing, and out of 5,000 leads, we revived 120 qualified leads and got 4 sales. I'll tell you more about this tool during our meeting, if you, of course, have the same pain point. There's always a but. Since it's very important for us to deliver the best results, the number of spots is limited to 10 per month. If you have similar problems or want to learn more about real estate technologies, be sure to sign up for a meeting in the description below this video.